Hello, barmy Army.
Hello, Barmy.
Welcome to today's show. Hope you're all well and having a good one. I'm, of course, with my guest host, co-host, Mr. Nick Field.
Oh, hi.
For On the Bench. Welcome, matey. I do love these, don't they? We've been a bit tough for time recently, so this is why these haven't been a regular thing. And this is why I always say that Nick's a guest host, because I never want to put the pressure on him to have to, do content for the show all the time. So this is why I always like to call you a guest host, isn't it? And then if we're not able to do it, if we're not able to do it, then it doesn't really matter. But it is a very good thing for you guys that we're able to team up. Don't forget to check out Nick's TikTok as well. Which one was it, Nick?
I'm Nick Field Media on all the socials.
But he, of course, he does love Nick Talk, which I do love. I think that's quite amusing. Right, that's enough waffle. What are we talking about today, Nick?
Well, we've had a few more restrictions lifted on Monday.
That's it. Mask on, mask off.
Yeah. So
Paint the fence.
You still need to wear it on public transport, and I think you still need to wear it in shops as well.
Mm-hmm.
But it seems to be optional everywhere else.
This is it, yes, which is very interesting, isn't it? What are your main thoughts on that, Nick?
I mean, it's good that they're trying to lift restrictions, and it's good that they're doing it slowly.
Which is what you need.
It was actually a year ago that
they just went, everything's started, everything's alright.
May the 11th, I think, was meant to be Magic Monday last year.
Yes, you're right, and I remember, and we probably talked about that then, didn't we? We go, everything's going back to normal, guys.
And fast forward a year later, and now we know why we're still in this situation.
Yes. So do you think the Eat Out to Help Out thing was a blessing and a curse?
I suppose it was, yeah. I mean, it just kind of like we're just looking back and I mean, ultimately, none of us really knew what we were up against. I mean, we still don't really, do we? Yeah, I mean, I definitely still think. I think a lot of lessons were learnt last year because people didn't really do a great job of it, and even now. Everyone's looking towards June 21st as being everything gonna be lifted with the Indian variant, or the Johnson variant, as some people have been calling it on Twitter.
Oh dear.
Going round. I think we just need to take every day as it comes. Just don't take anything as guaranteed.
That's right.
It has been said that it's going to be reviewed on the 14th of June.
Okay.
So then we'll know for certain.
Yes, we'll either get really good news, or he'll say, please, once again, stay at home.
Yeah, so what I would say, people is, hold your horses. And if you are going out, because obviously pubs can serve indoors, then, just do be careful. Don't throw caution to the wind. Because that's what people were doing last year, and that's kind of why we're in this position now. So,
yes, indeed. So
for various reasons.
So going on about the mask thing, I would say obviously use your noggin. Obviously if you're around strangers that you don't know, put that mask on. If you're around people that you know and you know that they're not ill, it's up to you if you want to take that chance, but please be mindful with these sorts of things. If you're on a bus and there's tons of strangers on there, it's common sense to put a mask on. And even regardless of COVID and things like that, I think I'll be using it as a general practice now, because I haven't been ill probably for 2 years because I've been using a mask and practicing social distancing. I don't think I've had a cold for 2 years, which is pretty good, really, because I've been careful about all these different things.
I tried to as well. Yeah,
tried to get a cold. Are you mad?
Not tried to avoid getting a cold. And I haven't had a bad one that's affected my voice for about 2 years.
That's it. Touch wood, because you're being careful, and I do think that's the best thing. Around strangers, please be careful and wear your mask and carry up the old rules. But if they're people you know and you think they're not ill, or they're not ill, it's all right.
Or if it's people you're in a bubble with.
Yes, exactly. That's the word I was looking for, Nick. Well done.
So yes, there's lots to talk about. Apparently we can hug people.
Hugs!
So yes, be cautious about that. Case in point.
Limit your hugs, one a day. I like a hug.
Yes, so do I.
Too much! Right, here we go. on with the show. So now, what are we going to talk about next, Nick?
What are we going to talk about
You talked about all the different days, didn't you? Days of the week. My favourite day is Thursday. Thor! But anyway, no. Themed days. That's right, Nick.
Today's World Meditation Day. Yes, that. So yes, I often meditate on my way into work. It's just a good chance to kind of stop everything and stop dwelling on stuff.
This will annoy Nick.
I do that. Sometimes I do that when I'm warming up my voice for a voiceover. I do that sometimes. It's a good way to warm your voice up.
Yes, so meditation day. So do you think, let's talk about quickly, not for long because we've got a lot to squeeze in, but what do you think of the benefits of meditation, Nick?
It's a good chance to just stop everything for a second.
Stop.
Every so often you need to, and if you had, like me, and your brain runs right quite a lot, then it's a good excuse to kind of stop yourself. It's kind of just living in the present moment, and it's not trying to focus on lots of things at once, because we've been told for generations that multitasking is an amazing thing that you can do.
Or it'll make your brain fry.
And we get told that, the thing is, it's like, we get told we're not very good at it because we're men. But the truth is, even a lot of women aren't brilliant. As good. The number of people who can successfully multitask is actually quite few. So yes, and it's probably a bit unfair on womankind that much expectation of them being good at multitasking is, that sort of automatic expectation is put on them. So I think, but the thing with meditation, it kind of brings us back to the present. So, it's kind of like all about focusing on the present moment, because right now that is all we have. So I think, on the whole, its intentions are good. I try and meditate when I can. Obviously, it's not suddenly solved all of my problems, but ultimately it's something I'd rather be doing than not doing.
I just listen to Viking music and pretend I'm smashing up things.
You just need the helmet and you'll look the part.
Yes, actually, I practice a lot of meditation as well, joking aside, and like to pretend smashing up things. But anyway, what's the next day of the week we're going to talk about, Nick?
Well, it's the Eurovision final tomorrow.
Oh, yes, Eurovision. And if I believe correctly, we did do a vlog on Eurovision the other year, maybe a couple of years ago.
Yeah.
I think we did. So let's talk a little bit about Eurovision. Nick, tell us.
Well, the tactical voting ruins it for me, unfortunately. But the performances are fun to watch.
Yeah, what do you think about the whole thing of, do you think that the latest UK drag queen should have done this, and do you think that would have promoted a lot of inclusivity, Nick? That's a good word, isn't it?
It's always hard to tell, really. They wouldn't be the first drag queens to do it.
What?
It wouldn't be the first drag queens to win it.
Wouldn't it?
No, didn't Conchita win it one year?
Maybe. I'm not sure, but I'm talking about
Conchita I don't know if Conchita was actually consciously being a drag queen, dressed as a woman that had a beard. So
yeah, well, that's a different type of drag, isn't it?
Yeah.
I'm not too sure. There is a different specification of drag.
I've got that wrong, and I apologise.
I think you've got it right, but there is a specific type of drag that is. Now, I'm very interested in the fact that it would have been great for RuPaul's gang. I'm not talking about a drag queen on their own. I'm talking about something from a branded product, like RuPaul's Drag Race.
That UK Hun track stuck in
UK Hun! Yes, and you know it.
When I interviewed Badger on the radio a couple of months back, and that was his song request.
That's it. UK Hun would be fantastic as a Eurovision Song Contest song. I really think it would have been great. I really do think that would have won.
Well, there's nothing stopping them doing it next year.
This is true. Or, of course, Bag of Chipsids. The Frock Destroyers would have been fantastic as well. So, I'm not going to tell you the naughty nickname they give themselves as well, but there's
really bad a hand.
There's another naughty one they call themselves. But yes, so I'm very intrigued with that. But yes, Eurovision is the staple, and I think now that people are allowed to go back into different homes and different houses, I think it's going to be fun, isn't it? Like a Eurovision party, get your snacks, watch some bad TV.
Yeah, so I think you can invite one other household resident over.
That's right. So if you're looking for something to do this weekend, Eurovision would be perfect, I think. I think that'd be great. What else, Nick? What else shall we talk about quickly?
What else shall we talk about? I recently wrapped on a web series that's coming out soon called Bad Influences.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Playing a highly dislikable manager of one of the main characters. so that's a 6-part series. I think they're hoping to pitch that to a few big broadcasters as well. So we'll stay tuned for updates on that. Their Instagram is Bad Influences TV series.
Ooh.
And I did an Aldi advert a couple of months back, and I think it's surfaced on TV, but it's not on any of their social media.
Okay.
I'm playing a construction worker, like, in the background.
Ooh,
so,
okay.
Who knows? You might spot me. There weren't many extras, so who knows? You might spot me on one of the wide shots. So
cool.
That will be featured in a future travel video.
Nice.
I have a ton of footage for travel videos from, like, the past year. To do so.
There we go. So we're going to have those every couple of weeks or every few weeks. That'd be awesome. And Nick, any Amazon Prime news on the front? Because I knew you were busy doing some bits and pieces, weren't you?
The web series Hard to Leave, the backstories. Filming on that is now complete. It is currently being edited.
Okay.
We shall see when that happens. I think they're planning to release 2 episodes. In fairly quick succession, because they did because after they filmed our episodes, they did film another one. So
cool.
Hopefully there'll be a couple of episodes of that coming out soon. No updates as yet, so we shall see.
Right, well, thank you very much for joining me, Nick. I know your
You're
time
more
is
than welcome.
absolutely precious, my love.
Isn't it just?
Indeed. And as a quick update on that sort of thing, obviously when me and Nick part times, and of course the problem is On the Bench goes on a slight hiatus, but we are going to try and do some summer specials, aren't we?
We are, yes.
So expect those in the next few weeks. Unfortunately, we will have a season finale On the Bench, but we'll do some special episodes during the summer, which is going to be fun. Right. Thanks very much for watching, guys.
Videos for you to look forward to as well.
Exactly,
And once I got my new studio set up, maybe I'll film something from there.
Wow. And maybe I'll get Nick a green screen. We should get Nick to use a green screen, right? And I can put some stupid photos in the background.
Oh, the anticipation.
Bye, everyone!
Bye for now, everyone. See you soon.
See you later. And remember, wear your mask!